Every night when we close our eyes, we experience a minor death. The mind untethers from the physical world, slipping past a temporary veil into something entirely unseen. When we wake, we return to the heavy constraints of gravity, time, and matter. But we inherently recognize that this physical state is a waiting room, a temporary existence bound for an eternal reality. To comprehend how this transition from the physical to the eternal actually unfolds, we have to look at the people who walked closest to that boundary, the 25 prophets recognized in Islamic tradition. Despite receiving direct revelation from the divine, these messengers were fully bound by human biology. They aged, they grew tired, and ultimately they succumbed to the physical mortality that awaits us, leaving behind earthly graves scattered across the globe. So what happens when we examine these resting places? What do the literal, physical markers of these divine messengers reveal about our own impending transition into the universe of the unseen, the Ghayb? The physical history of these messengers begins with an exile. When Prophet Adam descended to earth, he moved from the perfection of paradise into the harsh, unyielding elements of physical reality. Traditional accounts trace the geographic location of this arrival to an island in South Asia. Today, this towering elevation in Sri Lanka is known as Adam's Peak. Embedded in the stone at the summit is a massive indentation measuring 5 feet 7 inches long. Local tradition holds this as the very footprint Adam left when he first stepped into the physical world. Thousands of miles away and thousands of years later, the physical legacy of the prophets anchors itself in the Middle East. This is the Haram al-Ibrahimi, situated in the heart of Hebron. Deep beneath these Herodian walls lies a cave system containing the mortal remains of the patriarchs. Above ground, this cenotaph marks the exact location where prophets Abraham and Isaac, along with their wives, were returned to the earth. The surrounding geography holds the traces of their contemporaries as well. Just east, near the harsh, hypersaline waters of the Dead Sea, rests the traditional maqam of Prophet Lot. From the lush peaks of Sri Lanka to the arid rift valleys of the Levant, these widely scattered ancient sites form an undeniable physical record. They show that these messengers lived under the weight of human existence, enduring the exact same physical burdens that we do. This deep human connection drives global veneration. High on a desert mountain in Petra, the stark white-domed maqam of Prophet Harun, Aaron, draws visitors seeking a connection to his legacy. But Islamic tradition establishes a firm constraint around these spaces. It strictly forbids directing prayer toward these graves or treating the men buried inside them as deities. These structures are not designed for supernatural intercession. They function strictly as historical markers, confirming that these individuals lived, struggled, and faced the absolute certainty of human mortality. To understand their true status, we have to look past the dust. During the night journey, the Prophet Muhammad experienced a sudden lifting of the veil, revealing a completely different reality. He encountered these very same prophets, not in the ground, but actively dwelling in the heavens. This event mapped out their exact spiritual stations, demonstrating that while their bodies remained on earth, their souls were vibrant and alive above. This establishes a clear dual reality. The physical remains are permanently anchored in the dust, while the soul is elevated, occupying a vast unseen universe. Even the most sacred architecture on the planet operates by this rule. The Prophet's Mosque in Medina, housing the resting place of Muhammad himself, is ultimately the lowest point on a vertical axis, a physical origin point connecting earthly dust to the highest levels of eternity. These geographic sites anchor the concept of the dual reality in tangible, earthly locations. They remind us of our shared biology. These divine messengers bled when struck, wept when greeting, and eventually died, exactly as we will. When you observe the rocky ascent in Petra, or the heavy stonework of the Cave of the Patriarchs, you are looking directly at the veil of mortality. These sacred mausoleums force us to confront our timeline. They are undeniable reminders that our bodies, architecture, and the material world are entirely temporary. The prophets completed their transition from the physical earth to the eternal gardens. Now, their earthly graves remain behind as lasting signposts, directing our attention away from the dust and pointing us upward toward the universe of eternity.